At 6 o'clock, and this is the annual meeting of the Canandaigua Farmington Water District. It includes town of Farmington, Canandaigua, and Hopewell. Michelle, like everybody to sign in on the sheet over there on your way out if you haven't already signed in. So we record everybody for the meeting. We have almost a full board. Councilman Bowerman is running a little late. And should be here shortly. And we got Ron Herendeen, Mike Cassell, Steve Holtz, Home Clerk Michelle Finley, Robin McDonald, Augie Gordner is out of the building department and code department. Bill Davis is our representative at MRV, and Josh Wagner is number 2 guy at Water and Sewer. And then Supervisor Simpson, you just kind of have everybody else just say who they are.
Jared Simpson, Town Supervisor, Canandaigua.
Bill Madison, Town Supervisor, Hopewell.
Gary Fenley, Town Board, Canandaigua. John Pablo, Town Manager, Canandaigua.
Greg Hoteling, MRV Group, Town Engineer for Canandaigua.
Dave Sutter, Town Board, Canandaigua.
Thank you and welcome everybody. So the first item is we have up there basically the memo I put together. I think overall budget is a little over $5 million. It's down almost $600,000 from last year's budget. Most of that is because of capital projects that aren't being done. And $122,735 in the fund balance being used. And we listed the major expenses, wages, health insurance, source of supply. City of Canandaigua, if you don't know, is raised their rate 50 cents a thousand. Water to help pay for capital project of their water treatment plant. The equipment line is pretty high this year, and that's because we've budgeted a new flusher truck. And that's a very expensive piece all by itself. We've added money to the water meters account and approximately 195,000 towards capital projects in our building reserve for the water side. Revenue will increase to almost $3 million. And the property tax will be 0.04404 per thousand, or 87 cents a thousand for Farmington, and 0.00824 per thousand, or 0.84 cents, 1.25 for Canandaigua residents. So just up slightly. The city of Canandaigua, as I mentioned, had notified us of the water rate increase of 50 cents per thousand. And this will obviously cause a rate increase for our customers. And then I already provided you ahead of time budget sheets, but again, appropriation sheets. And one appropriation and one for estimated revenue. It shows you the history in 2019. Chance to look at that. Then the next sheet is the tax sheet portion by assessed value in the accounts, and then the history from 2017 to estimated for 2025. The tax rates at the bottom of that sheet. Okay. Any questions on expenses or revenue side of the budget? Next. Read is basically, put together by, Robin and Josh. Of, the 2024 water projects. North Road, most of that was complete in 23. But, the long restoration was in 24. MRB is still doing the County Road 8 design. And we are doing a lot this year on valve maintenance, fire hydrant flushing and maintenance of the fire hydrants. We've done a lot of flushing because of the THM high levels in the past couple of years, and luckily so far this year, we've been underneath the requirements from EPA. We use the MuniLink software system like Canandaigua for water and sewer, and Ontario County uses it for their sewer system. And we replaced over 600 meters to date. And it's Brickyard Road tank and transmission, that was bid November 23, that's well under construction. I think we spent, Bill, what was the conversation we had this morning, almost 7 million so far, or 7.3 or something?
9.3, we
9.3.
15 so far, yeah.
Yeah, including,
The tank part of the project is going very well and it's moving along smoothly. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but the shaft is pretty much up and the bottom section of the bowl is welded, so. If anybody gets a chance to go see, it's pretty interesting how they put it together.
yeah, we haven't had, knock on wood, between Ransco's to put the 16-inch water line in and Landmark that's doing the tank. It's been a pleasure to work with those companies. We know Supervisor Simpson and Dave Farmington already talked to a lot of the residents early on, and we haven't had one complaint. It's very nice to have that compared to some of the other projects we've had in the past. We have completed our lead and copper, and that was inventory, and that was sent in on the 16th, the day that it was due to the EPA. We're not waiting to hear back from any comments, but I'm sure we'll hear from them eventually. All our PRV vaults will have monitoring system added as part of the Brickyard Road project, so that's should be done here over the winter. Also, on the list, water main projects by contractors. Hunter Max here at the corner of County Road, or excuse me, Hook Road and Howlett Road. North Road water main, we put that up there because it was quite a distance that was done in the 23-24 time frame. There was 6,300 feet complete for the Brickyard Road water tank that Ransco put in the ground for us. And it'll be September 2025 before we're actually bring that tank online. Seems like a long time, but there's still a lot of work to do. The winter time, they're hoping to get the top part of the tank up before winter, and then they'll work inside the tank. And then the electrical work follows all that, and the controls, everything follows all that process. So the painting will be done in the, hopefully the May, June timeframe, weather permitting. In Farmbrook, we had 70 lots that have been on the books since 1970. The contractor put in the sewer and the water, and it was just paved this past week, so that they're able to actually start digging cellars for the homes during the winter. Not a lot of work as we've had in the past. It's kind of slowed up. On our 2024-25 budget, Howlett Road at 332 phase 2. Cranberry Road water line, Route 332 water line replacement. Those three projects all were in the 24 budget and are now going to fall into the 25 budget. And we basically almost all of that is ARPA funds. It wasn't part of the actual water and sewer budget. Designing the County Road 8 continues. We still have almost $60,000 in the capital project. We're asking for the approval to take the remaining North Road funds projects, approximately 134,000, and move that to the County Road 8 project. With your approval. Beyond 2025 and beyond, again, multiple phases for County Road 8 because it's so long and so expensive, unless we get grants. It's over $2 million. We've got to schedule the North Farmington storage tank for inspection and bare minimum preventive maintenance. We're looking at Brickyard Road in the future from North Road to Yerkes for replacing those water lines. Dalton Drive's been on the list for multiple phases in Farm Brook subdivision for quite a few years. Yerkes Road between County Road 8, 332. We'd like to get that done in the future. And then we're also having some water line breaks on Town Line Road between 332 and County Road 8. So we've added that as a future project. Any questions on that list? So the next handout is the actual 5-year capital improvement plan. And, you know, when you get out past 2026, I try to keep those years at 800,000 or less. So obviously in like 2028, some of that funds are going to be moved to a 29 or 30. Because we just aren't going to have the revenue to support that without a lot of grants. But I want to at least list them out there, what we know are the estimated costs. Yerkes Road, we're still going to need a budget estimate. And the future project at the bottom there, inspection of the north tank, put 50,000 in there for 2026 to at least get the inspection done. And then another 50,000 in 2026 for estimate of design of the Brickyard Road increase from, this says Thomas Road to Yerkes, but it might actually have to go from North Road to Yerkes, depending on uptown project. Any questions?
No, thank you very much for doing this.
And motion to approve the budget as presented. Moved by Dave, second by Supervisor Simpson. All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Thank you, budget approved. Appreciate everybody for coming. And we'll try and keep you updated on the Brickyard Road project. As it continues, I know they're taking pictures every day. Lord knows I'm getting almost every day, I'm getting a bill for inspection of either the rod or cement.
Yeah, that's amazing how they're doing that.
We're trying to look at cost. We might actually run out of money in November or December timeframe before our next band payment is due. So we're conversation with MRB and ourselves and the finance folks at BPD to they got to look at the rate costs of what's we spent so far to date. The $2 million grant we got from Congresswoman Penny. We don't get that money till the end of the project, so. Unfortunately, the tank manufacturer moved faster and Ransco moved faster. And the payments, I think tonight we got a payment for over $2 million in the tank. Yeah, over two. And then we found out today there's another $1 million payment coming for November. And then maybe smaller payments, but we got a gap between the November and January when our bands renew, so APD is looking at. Can we renew those bands 30 days early? And move forward, so I'll have another meeting within the week here to get that answer. You gotta talk to our bond people too about. All right, if I loan them money from the general fund or loan them money from the highway fund, how does that all work? Keep the New York State Comptroller happy. Because normally you're supposed to pay that all off by the end of the year. We're not doing it till the end of the year.
We can't do
That's not gonna happen, so. And then unfortunately, we locked some of our money up in CDs last month, so we don't have a lot to be available anyways. We're more than likely gonna go the route of doing the band due date, advancing that early, refinancing that way.
I did match up with Janine today, just so you know. On the construction costs and everything, I did match up with Janine's.
We're off by a couple million on the construction costs, so Janine sent Bill and BPD our spreadsheet, so we're all on the same sheet of music. Cause they thought we had $2 million more than we did.
UPD, yeah.
All right,
Well,
take
they're
care.
the professionals, so if they say you do, you do.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, can we borrow a couple million from Canandaigua?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, check it.
What's the interest rate you want?
It'd only be like 5%. Yeah, we're not gonna be. These guys either, you know, MRB, we won't pay them.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do.
That's always our strategy.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Oh, hey, you're still here? Yeah. Appreciate it.
Oh,
No dinner at home now.
Till the end of this, you know, water meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.